I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I'm gonna put this a little bit down. I think this is yeah, there we go. Hope you guys can hear me. Let's jump straight into the flight path. It is minor number 11 for ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile. I'm Shadesley and I'll be a caster for the games this week. We have a pretty western flight path heading all the way from west of military base all the way through Georgopol and out. So do expect to see teams heading towards military base, Primorsk, Ferry Pier, maybe Gatka. Pochinki is definitely going to see a few players in play as well. Georgopol it's very touch and go. No, I mean, I would have expected squads who've taken this flight path previously as well to go north and south George, but time and again we've seen squads actually not prefer it as much, but this time looking at where the players are dropping off, I do expect to see at least a couple of squads in and around that area. We do have entity brawlers in the map as well. Squad number 11 is probably going to be heading somewhere close to hospital. Alright, let's straight up jump into what's happening here at containers. And we're already seeing shots towards Akash from the far side from Raven, Striker and Manti. Some early shots taken, but Akash is doing pretty okay. He's got some decent cover as well. Anish X has taken quite a bit of shots already. And GSX is only 2 players strong, so they do have a buggy. Might just look to move out of Georgopol containers entirely, unless they want to eventually get pushed by Raven. This is going by the name Team Tamils. So I'm guessing they're a squad from Chennai. Where else is how's the circle looking like? Oh, I see shots happening somewhere central. Squad 10 as well as squad number 14. I see squad 14 has arrived a little late to the party. And Punisher, I believe, would have already taken a knock. I see him pretty low. And Stark's pushing through. Punisher's not really got any weapons on him, and Stark decides to stop pushing. Spider though is eventually gonna come through, and he's gonna need just a bullet or so. There you go. The knock comes across, and Kadima gonna take some cover. He does have a weapon himself, but Kadima, a lot of damage taken early. Spider is just buying time right now. The jump shot across, and Kadima is down as well. With Star coming across, that should be both the players cleaned up from squad number 14. Are there more? Yeah, there's 2 players above. On top of the hill. Pretty far away. Punisher with the cleanup, and that should be that area now relatively free. There is 2 players from squad number 14 in and around though, but I don't expect them to take that fight anytime soon. Oh, I see a lot of Team Tamil fans on chat. Do go ahead, everybody else as well, spam the team you are supporting here today in map number 1. So everyone knows the drill. For people who are unaware, the top 4 from each of the qualifier groups moves on to the semi-final that will happen on Wednesday. We have 4 maps today, 4 maps tomorrow, so there's a total of 8 groups. Semi-finals on Wednesday, and Badmash gets knocked. I'm not sure if he jumped out of the vehicle or if he did get knocked down. But Brawlers, ooh, I see Iconic taking in a lot of damage as well. Not sure how that happened, but I see Frost also pushing up. Looks like they want to try and get involved early in this game right now. Squad 24 in a world of trouble. UD5. They have an angle onto this Qualifiers across, and no kills just yet though over there. Meanwhile, I see already Team Tamils eventually cleaning up both the players from DSX who were at Georgia Bowl. What's Iconic doing? Iconic's trying to find an angle onto Squad 24. I think they've left one of the players behind and have rotated out with the remaining of the squad mates. And there you go, Brawl Frost, in fact, finds himself a knock. And he spots out Xbox as well, and a second knock across with the M16, and Badmash is gonna drive by, but he's so low as well. This should be the flush onto at least two of the players. In fact, Badmash is gonna keep driving. Long spray across by Frost. He just needs the one bullet from downtown, but he's not gonna find it just yet. And that's pretty much gonna mean the flush onto two of these players here. What's Coffin doing? Coffin's hanging around, though he does not have a ride out. And Coffin playing peekaboo with the Dark as well as Frost so close to his current position. And Coffin does get struck. He fires across with the Scar. But I think that's worked against him right now. He's given away his position and he's going to get shot from the side. It's going to be a 4-man push straight at him. That nade just inches away from connecting. And with that vehicle, they push through. One player alone there, and there you go. They just debate him into peeking from one angle, and Coffin's gonna get cleaned up as well. Brawlers start strong with 3 kills. One of the players did make it out of here. He did have a vehicle, and yeah, there you go. Badmash is actually driven straight into the zone right there. So overall, a pretty explosive start here to the first map of minor number 11. And with the circle being pretty central, most of these squads are gonna feel relatively comfortable with where they are right now. The military island folks also have only got a short drive in to make it into phase 1. Ghost OP is pushed up pretty far away from the rest of his teammates. He's keeping tabs on squad number 9, that is Jockme Esports, while the rest of his teammates are at I believe containers. Hex Mr. Spray. I do remember Hexagon Esports with Spray taking part in that squad. I'm not sure what's happened. Maybe we've had a recent roster shuffle, which is why they're going by a new name today. Never really know, but eventually Mr. Spray is gonna rotate back across to join up with Ghost OP. And yeah, it's just a pick up and drive by. He's gonna pick up Ghost OP, and looks like they will make their way a little bit towards the eastern side. Oh, squad 24 UD5 staying up some shots, and I think Entity Brawlers have found him right now, and this means trouble. UD5 is in a lot of trouble here. Last man alive, Badmash, and looks like they might just be making their exit here in position number 18 in Group A, unless he can find the fight of his life. Completely surrounded by I see at least a couple of players here. Brawlers, and ooh, a nice first knock across. And now that's going to force one of the players inside. Iconic is making this push. He's up at the window. jumped out and they haven't spotted this yet. Oh, there you go. He needs one more. He's found two. He wants the flush, but there is decent cover now. It's a 1v2. Third player spotted as well in dark. He wants to try and make this happen. 1v2. But as soon as he takes his foot off the pedal, both the players are gonna get rezzed up. He spotted Iconic. He's seen him. Nova is still yet to be rezzed. And there is a res coming out onto Frost. Going for the flush. He spots an elbow out, but... And now the nade's being prepped. Jumps back out behind and he spotted Iconic. What's the play here? He's gonna continue moving through the buildings on the eastern side. And let's see if he's gonna find an angle into the east. He's refires across. One bullet would have sealed the deal, and it does in fact. Frost does get knocked down. Oh my lord! And he's still continuing to survive. I'm gonna mute up the in-game audio because I hear a lot of audio. What's happening with the Badmash here? He's on top. Nade up. Ooh, that's gonna connect in. So for people who are asking, yeah, there is audio spectator bug, which is why I've switched off the audio for now. But Badmash is only got the bandages. He's healing up as the push comes through. He's not gonna find an opportunity there. Iconic cleans up, but Brawlers, they do lose Nova there, but Marsh able to find him. And with that, it's gonna be pretty much the end of that fight. As we look across, again, Warx. I see some action happening here, as well as two of them have spotted out squad number 21 and squad 20. Ooh, there's one isolated player here. There you go, shots being fired. It's just a couple of bullets away from finding 2 kills there, and they're gonna stop their vehicles up. I think there's a chase on right now. Where are their teammates? Oh no, they've gone by. I think they've moved all the way on the eastern side, and Satinda. He sees 2 players out, nades on the ready. How good is this? Oh, it does do a lot of damage. And Nahar is there as well. The first knock comes across. Nahar up ahead with clean house, and they pick up both. Couldn't have been pretty much scripted any better there. They ride across, just the 2 players. A lot of damage done initially with the spray, and there was just a question of ensuring that they couldn't really thirst anyone. They don't really get too many individual duels, and to make that push up aggressively before they manage to get their heals off. And I don't think there was a question of these players being able to drive out of that. Primarily because that vehicle was up in flames. I think half a clip there would have blown that vehicle up, so it pretty much had to make their way out on foot, or the best possible scenario there is for them to just stand there and take that fight. Squad 13, squad number 12, I have... who is this? This is Web Esports and SWAT Redemption, who's up at Yasnaya right now. They're just outside the zone. Zone's moved centered around Rozhawk. And I see both the squads having made their way out of military base as well. Squad number 16. Where's this happening? Are they here? Hex and Ghost. In fact, all 4 players in one single Dacia. Interesting. Squad 17, Squad 18 is also very close to each other on the eastern part of the map. I see Alpha Captain, in fact, just making do with a Tommy. Not the best of weapons for a mid to long range duel. Alrighty then, I see a drop come by. Let's go and check out what that is. It's pretty much centered in the map and it's an AWM. It's going down very close to squad 21, that is the Trawlers, just outside of Watertown. That's a neat little weapon to pick up there, and the extended quick draw as well, a small little bonus. And as you can see, most of the squads are settling up towards the eastern border. And that's where I expect to see quite a bit of action. Squad number 7, I see taking a few shots up at squads that are making their way into the zone. Squad 13 is on foot. And they might look to gatekeep squad number 12 here. They're just about inside the zone and inside Yasnaya, so they've got some decent cover to work with. Squad number 12 on the other side is inside the city. And unless they have vehicles right now, I think moving out into the open fields is definitely a no-no. They eventually will have to take this fight against SWAT here before they make their way into the zone. I see 2 vehicles behind. So on second thought, a Dacia plus a buggy, I think is good enough for them to eventually just straight up evade squad 13 and make their way into the zone. I think you can probably drive down this way and head in, but squad 7, I'm gonna keep my eyes here. Squad number 5, I just pulled up in the hill just opposite. 4 players gatekeeping there.
Charging battery.
Alright, they're just gonna go driving in. Let's go. Here's the fight. They're gonna go pushing through, and there's the initial fight. Messi's gonna find the first knock. The jumping fight across, and NF4D, just a straightforward cleanup. No problems whatsoever. Prasad does take quite a bit of bullet damage there on the entry, but I think since then is not too much of an issue. And there goes SWAT eventually does take this fight on. They've got the first knock in, needs to the opposite building, but Gaddar's been dressed up. There you go, they're gonna push across towards the compound right there. The One and Akshay. And we have Zach OP coming in as well from the far left hand side. Nades being still primed up. But I don't think squad number 12 is gonna keep themselves anywhere close to the windows right there. Akshay just waiting on his teammates to come in, clearing out the ground floor first, but they're all above him. There you go. Oh, the nade is good. Finds the first, and that man is going to go try for the res here. They find both, and there's the cleanup. Up in the stairwell, it is an absolute slaughter right there. No chance at all, and SWAT easily takes that fight. Meanwhile, looking at the zone, wait. Oh, there's Brawlers. Brawlers up and personal against squad number 21. We're gonna immediately switch over. Squad number 8 is also not too far away from this location. Troll. We did see an AWM drop close to their location. I'm not sure if they've head out and picked that up already, but I know for a fact Frost is gonna make his way up. It's right now, and yeah, they've got the first knock there. Frost is gonna clean up and almost ends up getting knocked down himself, trying to go for the flush. Gets the heal back out, and now I think he's going to be stuck there for a moment. He has the entirety of Troll looking up at him. The rest of his teammates are also spread out right here. 2 drops, oh my god. There's a hunch. He picks himself up an M24, level 3 backpack, the entire kit caboodle. And now Frost, stuck pretty much in no man's land. Iconic and Dark are in the buildings below. Nick, Vigo, and Roshan, they're gonna make their way out of Watertown, or what's the game plan here? I think you eventually make your way towards the squad house here if you want to take this fight up, because if you do move out to try and fight RTG that's on your left, you're gonna leave yourself exposed to ETG, and you want to try and minimize the chances of third party as much as you can here if you're trawlers. I have Nick and Roshan, who's both currently up inside the same building. Brawlers, of course, have lost Nova from that earlier fight up against UD5. I believe that was Badmash. Nick, he just jumps out. He's gonna try and fall back along the compound and into the zone right now. Squad 11 entity brawlers, they're not inside the circle, so no reason for trawlers to take this fight unless they are a bit trigger happy. Squad 16 Raven, meanwhile, look at these guys. They're watching from the other side. Ooh, and I see some action happening up at Yasnaya as well. Squad number 13 making their way in. TP. Knock out onto one of the players right there, and SWAT is driving up. It's going to be down to Cable to hold the defense here. If squad number 13 decides to stop and take this fight, they do have squad 17 as well hot on their heels, so I think that's at least going to discourage squad 13 from stopping up at least immediately. But Akshay is already pulled up at the squad house. Squad number 20 here, SOS, and it's going to be a full-fledged engage out as well. A couple of players really low on the side of SWAT. I have Raka out. We're going to drop behind for some cover as Satinder lines up the nades, and nades goes flying straight past Satinder, and he manages to survive. 2 players here up on the far right-hand side, Nahar and Raka. We're going to make this push. Satinder did take some considerable damage there. And SWAT looking for an opening here. Satinder makes that brave run across in the open. Risky play, but it's going to leave Nahar here alone. 1 nade, and that's going to force the rest of SOS off their current position. Nahar, there you go. That was the big problem right there with this fight, and Akshay is going to push straight up ahead. Satinder is down as well. The one will get traded, but Tezio is also traded down as well, and it's all down to Raka now. 1v pretty much 4, I think. Raka's going to have to find a fight of his life. He's charging up, but what's the kind of angle he has to work with? Akshay peeks out. He finds one. They almost, in fact, line up for this fight, and instead it should be the fight when there. Let's see what other fights happen. Squad number 5 manages to get a couple of kills there as well. I see squad number 21 has pushed up straight up next to Brawlers. I see shots being fired. We go currently gatekeeping here up at the edge of one of these compounds. Jami is also going to go to work up against TP. They find themselves, I think it's 2 knocks. And the smoke's out. We go. His vision's going to be completely taken away. And that's going to allow Dark to heal and fall back. Oh, the nade though is good from Nick here. All the way from the right hand side. And we go is going to try and jump spot on the side. I think he has maybe an idea of where Dark is, and the shots preemptively fired. Iconic does get res back up. Entity already down a member. They cannot afford to lose another. Roshan on the side. Ooh, close. And eventually Roshan makes this push across. And a risky play by Roshan. 1 for 1, and this should be the trade across. Rigo comes in straight into the crosshair. He finds 2, and now Nick comes from behind. They'll clean up the tag team from Entity Brawlers. As good as it gets. They knew they had the numbers disadvantage, but look at this. Squad number 8 says, you know what? There might be opportunity here for us to make this. Who's on that left hand side? Jami is getting shot at from the far side, and there you go. He will get flushed out eventually. And meanwhile, I see fights happening towards the north. That's where I want to jump up right now. TP, some damage done onto Spidey. Nades being prepped. That nade looks like it's gonna get the job. Captain's pretty low as well. Is inside the smoke right now. Swap lost 1 play. There you go. Backs to the 1 is gonna get taken down. A couple of players down, but they should be able to get the res onto both. Meanwhile, squad number 5 and squad number 8, that's where we're gonna head. They've lost 2 players as well. Ansh is pretty low. He's gonna go for the heals out. They're just trying to make their way into the... I believe they are... I think they got just flushed at the edge there eventually. Keeping my eyes on Ghost OP. He's lost 3 of his teammates as well. So I think that was eventually a fight between Raven and Entity Brawlers. And it's just Ghost OP who ends up surviving this. 6 squads alive. Ansh eventually falling back to get the reses on his teammates. Squad number 13. Shots being fired, and they found Cable. They're gonna try and get the flush out onto him as well, and they should be successfully able to do so. What's happening with squad number 8 is looking for the reses 1 by 1. 6 more squads alive. The zone. Right now, it's just squad number 5 and squad 8 here. The nade gonna find a knock, and that's gonna be single to push through. Punch is cleaned here by N4. What is that? NF40? Yeah, NF40 it is. Squad number 5, and we have a vehicle coming across. Squad number 9 almost ending up driving straight into them, but the direction in which he's heading is now Ghost OP has been spotted out. And he has them pushing around. That's now a 6x on the M4. He's trying to find the first player there who was prone up, but Gop manages to survive. And meanwhile, NF40, a lot of damage done onto them as well as the zone begins to push through. There's a SWAT above them, putting in considerable amount of pressure from above, and they've got that bird's eye view as well. 1. He's looking at multiple angles, and he spotted out squad number 9 as well. So squad 9. Currently not much of cover there. There you go, the vehicle coming across from Messi. But I don't think he's got enough time there to pick up his teammates as well. I see some smokes dropped outside. He's just trying to keep the attention away while Spidey tries to make his run down. But no such opportunity is going to be presented, and Messi's vehicle just gets blown up. And now Spidey and Rooney is in some trouble. Taken down, and right now I'm impressed with what SWAT Redemption's doing. They're keeping 2 squads at bay alone. Akshay alone is dealing up with squad number 9. And Rooney is getting pre-fired across. It's just a moment of time before I think squad number 9 also realizes, hey, there may be another squad in this direction, and we gotta worry about them as well. Just a lone player though for squad number 5. While squad number 9, they've lost King. And they're 3 strong. So there you go. SWAT will eventually find Naruto. And he's gonna get fully flushed out as well. So Jack Mix is down to just 2. Ooh, is getting shot from the side. Rooney spouts out Mafia OP. Goes prone, and eventually we do see Rooney there going down. And the shots across. OP is down. Gup is alone. 1v. What was it? I think 1v4 there. Almost an. Is way out into the open, and they clean house. Chicken dinner there to SWAT redemption. Nicely done. How many kills is that? 18 kills. Chicken dinner there. And they're gonna qualify over to that semifinals on Wednesday. Jack Mix also had a fabulous game, sitting up at 7 kills. Are gonna move on. NF4D 7 kills as well, 3rd position. Not too bad. Raven 9 kills in 4th position. RTG 1 kill only. TP 1 kill only. 8 kills on Entity Brawlers, but I don't think that's gonna be enough though for them to qualify through. I think pretty much the top 4 will be able to hold on to their positions with the kills that they do have. And where was... To the sponsors, title sponsor Alienware, powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors Next Day Multimedia and Kaspersky, GP partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy. Don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button. We bring a lot of PUBG mobile esports content every single day. I'm Shadeslayer. We will take a quick break and we will be back with more PUBG mobile action in just a bit. So don't go anywhere.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only drink for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know.
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
everybody to the next game of ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile minor number 11 rather. It's game 2. I'm Shades there, and we have the flight already on its way. What do I see? I see a pretty much west to east path. Central, so almost all locations of the map should be accessible. Quite a few squads heading towards Georgiopol. I see at least 3 squads in that direction. Central, Rozok sees I think 3 squads. School should see a couple of squads as well. Yasnaya, one of the favorites, I think squad 15 is going to be eventually heading up there. Shelter Prison should also see a couple of squads. Gonna head over to Pochinki, where we have squad number 11 and 12 already having dropped. I think that is pretty much where we will see the first action break out towards Georgiopol. It's pretty well spread out. Rozok's also pretty much a bit of a clutter between squads 7, that is Team Warlords, and squad number 5, Smile Squad. Squad number 9, 23, 8 are dropping close to Milta, and look at that circle. That might just be a military base circle by the looks of things. Team Seal is going to see one of the players drop. Wait, is that at squad 23? Not sure. Not entirely sure. I'm going to move over to Rozok though. Where is this vehicular action happening? Is this over here? I see Bra, DX. Okay, Suhaib does get spotted. So does War Devil, who's up at Sniper Nest, and he's getting shot from the side. Seal was there. They were up at Severny. And I think that should pretty much be the end. 1 player surviving from each squad. I think there's 2 though from squad 13. But we will jump to that a little later as War Devil continues to get shot at from the other side of the street. Smile, in fact, has pushed up now. Abby as well as Suhaib are sitting at a very aggressive position. I'm not sure if they know Rajnikant and Hicks' position, but they will continue to push up. And this is going to be a fight here. War Slayer, he finds the first. He's going to go prone down, but he had backup coming in from Aether as well. Now War Devil's here. And so is the rest of his team. A lot of numbers in favor of Smile, but Devil just winning them all. Smiles come pushing across, and Devil found another. And it's all down to Viper SPT. He's alone. Hexter's here as well. Shotgun, he needs to reload, but that bullet across from Devil seals the deal as Devil Slayer. I think the 2 of them just did so much work there. Didn't even need Rajnikant at the end. They get the full squad wipe here up at Rozok. And we're going to jump back to Pochinki. I believe that's where the next piece of action is happening. Severny. I'm keeping my eyes on Henry. Guy's all alone right now. Seal did find a few knocks across, but they've angered squad number 13 now. He's all alone. It's an almost impossible task. The 3 players very close to each other though. We find an angle onto this. Rohan C does reply back in kind and drop Henry and be down to half HP. But the double peek there. They just play the bait beautifully there as they offer up that's KZCE, and Rohan's able to get the cleanup. So with that, let's jump back over to Pochinki. There's Goku holding an early angle onto Ion, who's on the far side. There's a couple of players from Ion. Wait, what is the name of this squad? Squad 11. Slingshot. Alright. Encounter. They're actually very close to the players of End. I think he's got maybe an angle onto a couple of them ahead. Pushing this is going to be way too risky though, considering the rest of his teammates are a little bit spread out. If he does get knocked, there's a very good chance that he gets flushed before the rest of his teammates are able to join in. And I see a lot of teams actually moving in and committing towards military base early on. Squad 21, 24, Squad 8, all of them have made their way through. Squad 14 is making their way through the bridge as well. So they do expect this to be a mill base end. With that, let's watch what Squad 14 is doing and where they will eventually be heading. Ooh, Vegeta's down. Kakarot's finding some action as well. Let's jump over. There it is. Brody. They do clean up onto both the players there, having taken a little bit of damage, but I don't think that's an entire squad wipe. They've just found a couple of players isolated away. But yeah, I think with that we can switch back over to squad number 14. They were making their way inside military base and to see where they eventually set up. I don't think buildings is a good idea. You probably hold one of these hills that surround mill base. I think they're currently going to move around and try and scout the entire military island. Not sure if they have an idea that there are quite a few squads already inside, and just pretty much sending Phantom alone. Pretty risky, and there you go. He's going to spot one of the players right there, immediately turns around. In fact, decides to switch to the buggy. It's a lot more faster than the open top UAZ, so kind of expect. Razak is love. Razak is love indeed. Alright, drop coming in military base. Let's go. Military island rather. AUG with the 4X and level 3 vest helmet backpack. It's just about into the water right there, and I don't think there's any squad around that area. Any squad who's looking to make their way through the western bridge, I think, might be able to spot it and eventually head that way to pick that up. No bridge camp as well, so that's pretty surprising. If you do have a circle that is almost 50-50 military base, I would have expected some of these squads to have actually set up at the bridge. Maybe even on the, it doesn't matter the side, you could have probably set up either on the main island side or the mill base side. Squad 7 silently drives by squad number 17, UK07. These guys have been part of previous ILGs as well. I specifically remember Varsi. Vegeta Kakarot, not sure if they are from UK 07 or if they've managed to make a new squad for this game. They are playing under the name Team X07X. Not sure if there is a different way to pronounce that name, but squads 13 and 6 are going to leave it a tad bit late to rotate out, and that is going to mean they might eventually end up running into T4 here, who's currently gatekeeping just outside of Rozok towards the northern edge of that phase 1 circle. Squads 15 should have a safe path through, maybe set up somewhere west of farm here between squads 19 and 17. I see squad 21 AM will eventually drive up to that drop. It was just a matter of time before someone went ahead and decided to contest that up. Squad number 20, Subhead Ruins. Hey, wait, are they stuck here? Nah. They should be able to maneuver across. What's happening with VLT? They're just about to make their way into the zone. Pretty empty area right there, and they should be able to full-fledged commit inside. So with the zone, it is more likely than not going to be a mill base ending. A military island at least, for sure. And squad number 7 is going to eventually take some shots up at squad 23, and where are they? Are they inside the zone? No, they are not. So I think they're gonna have to eventually take on squad number 23 before they take this fight, unless they decide to just drive by 23, which I believe is gonna be the case. Yeah, they're gonna be like, yeah, if you're not gonna be in position ready to fight this, we're just long gone. We pick up the vehicles and we leave. And we might just see a bridge camp on the far side. Them just set up shop and prevent squad number 23 from making their way in. Oh, wait, what? I'm sure that was not part of the plan, but I guess you're gonna have to make do now that you're fully committed to this. Squad number 20 driving by squad 6, but don't think they're gonna be in shooting range right now. Another squad is gonna be safely making their way across AM. Not technically playing gatekeep, but they are hanging somewhere around the bridge, and I think vehicles shouldn't really have too much trouble, but someone making their way through foot might eventually get shot at. Squad 20 being the former is just gonna straight up drive by and set up on one of the hills pretty close by here itself. Grimm's, I think, sitting with, what's that? Is that an 8X on his Mini? He does have a decent scope there though. And squad 23 eventually firing up some shots against squad number 15. Do they have anything for long range? 2X on the DP. Not the absolute best. Squad 15. I see an M4 onto Kakarot. UD5 dope. Getting into a fight. VSG is pulled up close to squad 6 as well. Is driving maybe too close for comfort. Well, at least manages to hold on. And squad 21, there you go. So this is where they're shooting up against. I think maybe up against Warrior is whom they spot right now. But okay, Okay, maybe a little scared now. The drop heads towards the main island. That's an indication that that is where the circle's eventually gonna end. Not sure. It's a lot of squads that are committed towards military island right now. Yeah, brawlers didn't qualify. They did come very close, but they're gonna end up in 5th position. Oh, money! Takes a few shots there to the shoulder. And look at where Quirk is. Quirk's gone for the long flank across. He's got a very good angle onto VLT if he can find a punish. But he's way too exposed. Even if it is an easy knock onto the first player, I don't think he'll take that opportunity. Because there's a very good chance he gets traded in return and his teammates won't really be able to get in position to get the to prevent the flush from coming through. Squad number 11, I believe, has spotted squad 17 there on top of the hill, and there comes the knock from Knight OP. And his teammates are all set up straight opposite this building here. So Kakarot is fully separated from the rest of his teammates. Brody already making his way through. Smoke's being deployed. In fact, he's going to take a vehicle and head up there. Wait, Ika's firing up at someone as well, isn't he? Hechin's taking a fight up against LXG Punisher, I see. Bad Boy is knocked down. They're coming by the water and they're just getting slaughtered one by one here. It should be Kenny getting picked up, but how is Psycho gonna work his way out of this? Flush after flush. Psycho is just alone. He's barely inside the circle, but it's just a matter of time before this is all done. And meanwhile, Warsi, Knight, all of them get pushed in by squad number 11. It's just Brawly alone. Brawly, and there's another one as well. Kakarot is on top of the hill. And Mac. Where's Mac driving by? Mac is coming very close to where Ika is. Who's fully separated from the rest of his teammates. So that is maybe a cause for concern. Grims is here as well. And Ika, yeah, there you go. He spotted Grims out. He has the AK ready. The entire squad is here. He's gonna spray away. They almost line up. He gets the first, almost the second. He dope spotted as well. He's out of it. Loot Freak. He's found him as well. Oh no. Oh no. 1v3. Oh my god, man. Mac. There he is. Mac is down. Oh my god, this guy. What a monster. What a monster indeed. Ika 1v4 takes them down. And Slingshot. What a couple of fights they've had thus far. They're going to be sitting nice and pretty there. They should be brimming with confidence after that play. Jeez. Brawlers का मैच हो गया? हाँ भाई हो गया. You can pretty much scroll behind and catch up with the match. It was the first map of the day. VSG taking up some shots up against Ion. There you go. Raka is leaving himself open, and Delogic wins the fight. First aid out. But I think with where the current circle is, I think they're just going to set up here. That's the absolute best place to be. Right now there's a lot of open area right here, and this compound is going to provide them some decent cover when eventually there's going to be a lot of squads up and around these hills here, and there's a good chance of a lot of third party happening as well. It is open fields, and then being inside the compound is just added insurance. We have 14 squads still alive in this matchup. Top 4 are going to make their way through to the semi-finals. That will happen on Wednesday as Madhav looks for the flush onto Rolex. Couple more bullets. Should close this. Yeah, the blue zones are also going to chew into him pretty hard. The rest of squad 15 is here now, and squad 22 has a couple of players out at... In fact, one other player is in the blue zone. Where's the rest of them? Is he alone? Oh, he is. There were only 2 strong. Rolex already dead. And AB, he's got 1 painkiller, 1 medkit, 1 first aid, and 9 bandages. So it's gonna be the heal war. Now he's going to make that run across and try and get into that zone. Oh, squad 17. And keep my eyes here as squad 15 is going to go very close to where their current position is. Squad number 11 might also be looking to get into a fight. 9 OB. I see gunfire from the far side. This squad's had an amazing game thus far, but it might just be the end as we have another squad pulling up close. Squad number 15, they spot them out as Logic thinks about making their way inside, but squad 15, they've lost a couple of players out as well. Warrior Hext looking for the flushes. They're trying to steal away these kills, and I think that's going to be both going down to eventually squad number 7. Squad 15's here as well. They've got Core OP who's knocked down. Cupid's there for backup. Encounters knocked for squad Slingshot, and Hext, who is gonna come driving straight in, brimming with confidence. Let's see if he can find. How much can he find? He's not gonna find anything. There's just too many bodies here, and now Devils come. They're coming in one by one. It's just too risky. There's Logic outside. Oh, nicely done with the first. But Knight OP is there with the trade. Where's his teammates? They're not here. There's the 2 flushes easily coming through. They're going to go for the reses though, one by one. And this Slayer coming in from the far side. But they're going to be back to being 4 strong real soon. There's maybe a small window there if Slayer and Rajnikant also pushed across. Very soon Rajnikant's just going to go in for his demise. Slayer gets cleaned. And Slingshot continue to run forth strong. That is a big mistake there. Just committing without backup meant squad 11 had the best possible chance, and now VLT is only 2 strong though. I don't think that's an information Slingshot currently has, which is why you see them just hold back from making that commit. And VLT, ooh, they find Knight. They get 1 knock across, and let me jump over to the far side. I see a couple of players knocked in as Pranav tries to desperately run into the zone. He's lost 2 of his teammates right now, and there you go, shots coming at him. He's barely gonna make his way out, and there goes squad number 11. In fact, cleans up on their neighbors, their VLT as well. Hale, Dexter, so I think he's found 2. All these guys are way outside the zone. They've got a long rotate back before making their way inside. 9 squads still in the server. Squad 11 gonna drive their way in. Where are they heading? Are they gonna crash squad 14 here, who's playing center circle right now? Might just be the case. They're gonna drive by squad number 7 for sure. 12 rather. And oh, squad number 14. Yep, they crashed the same compound. And there you go. There's a decent third party. There goes, he spotted the first player inside. Both of them almost line up, but the back coming in from Kaka. How many can Kaka find? Absolutely none. And they're going to clean up onto 2 players inside. Squad number 14 manages to hold on 2 players coming in. Invasion galore, and now Balu, YT. This squad's pretty much run guns blazing into squad 12 as well. No chance at all. Meanwhile, squad number 14 is gonna be sitting nice and pretty inside the zone. Gonna look at Kratos OP. Squad number 8 is split. They're too strong right now, Dexter and Kratos, and they've split up to 2. As we do have Frankly, who's pulled up. He's waiting for Shubham to eventually come across, and there you go. He's gonna try for the flush, but Frankly will find the knock, and he's gonna come back in for the punish. Shubham's gonna get picked up, and squad number 20 are still gonna continue to be 4 strong. Squad 24 on top of the hill. They've pulled up behind squad 20 now. Ooh, this is risky though from Dora Kemarab. He's so far ahead in the nade across. And Kenny's gonna get traded. Can he get back to cover? No, he's just gonna get straight flushed out. Oh no. And I thought there was squad 20 in some trouble, and there goes Shubham gets knocked. Frankly in some trouble as well. Now nades across. Kemarab has no backup whatsoever. It's all on his own. There's Brave very close as well, but they split up 2 and 2. And eventually squad 20, they will be able to res up and come back to being 4 strong. But now they've got to make that rotate across. They're right now outside the zone. They need to make their way up the hill. And squad number 24 just doesn't feel comfortable taking this fight anymore. They're going to pick up the UAZ and head towards, I believe, squad number 14 already in this compound. Going into a compound would be suicidal, but they're going to come regardless. And the first player is down. What can Punisher do? Absolutely nothing. I think they were at a better position where they were previously. They decide to drive up and they're going to lose 2. That's going to be the flush out as well. That is rough indeed. Shubham is trying to get a little lucky there, trying to fire below the tires, but now he's seen squad 14 inside the building. Has himself an AWM, and there goes the shot from Shubham. OP is gonna get a haircut. Tossing nades up as well. CBT gonna get taken down thanks to Dora Kemarab. Squad 14 in some trouble here, and they're getting third-partied by a couple of squads. Being the only squad inside a compound, I think many squads have got their eyes on them. Squad 24 from one angle, squad 20 from another. And there's VSG slowly creeping up to squad number 20. Hope they don't get too tunnel vision, because if they do, there's a very good chance. Oh, there you go. Dharma Camera does eventually get taken down by OP, but there's a lot of backup fire coming in from his teammates. Rez coming off as Crucio makes his way out of the compound, so does Phantom. But this is dangerous. They try by Origin and they find the knock onto Origin. But now blow up the vehicle and Phantom just goes down. VSG was here as well. They're ready for the fight. And they say, you know what? If you decide to play that riskily here at the end, we're gonna punish you. And squad number 20 know there's players behind them. OP? Goku? He sees the player right there, and Rohit unable to get the trade across, just gonna stand up and get the second as well. Goku, big plays there at the end. No business finding that kill right there. The second one especially, and he's got backup now. And frankly, he's got nowhere to go. Nades across. The peak comes out regardless from Goku, and Goku's just gonna clean house. 2 kills in, and we're down to the top 2. VSG, 4 strong, 13 kills in the bag. Squad 12, what is that? That's the end. It's 4v2. It's a tough fast right there. OP gets spotted. The trade comes though from Crucial, but he's low. He's so damn low in the opening. Finds Origin as well, but Devil trades. And End will pick up that chicken dinner. A very high kill round. 15 kills in the bag. CBT gonna finish up in second position with 7 kills. 6 kills onto Brave and 4 kills onto Hesh. And I think that pretty much seals the top 5 right there. UK07 Warsian team, despite having 5 kills, 6th position, I don't think have done enough to make their way in. Ooh, look at this though. 14 kills from Slingshot? That might put them in the top 4. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they're in contention. They're in serious contention of making their way up all the way from 9th position. I think they're in. So, yep, that is another amazing game. We will take a quick break. We will be back in about 15 minutes time with the third map of the day. We have 4 groups being played today. 2 done, 2 to go. We're at the halfway stage, so do stick around.
When you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's
know.
all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
welcome guys to the third game of the day. This is Group C qualifier for ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile Minor number 11. I'm Shades there and I'll be a caster for this game. Let's look at how the flight path is looking like. I have a pretty north to south flight path with it's starting from Stolber, heading through a military base and out. A couple of squads going in early towards 70. Yasnaya is gonna see maybe 1 or 2 squads there. Rozok is where I think we will see a fight for vehicles as squads look to eventually head out towards Georgiopol. Pochinki is gonna see 1, 2, 3 squads. So actually quite a few players up at Pochinki. Yeah, there you go. Soldiers down, T4 is down. Where's the rest of TI? They do drop on the other side of the street, so fair bit of distance at least at the beginning. Yogesh and Manya OP though have Psycho pretty much cornered. The rest of 24 have moved up and now Psycho's in some trouble. Not having rotated early, now he might find himself being put under pressure. He spots the first player on the opposite side of the street, but does he know there's 2 players behind him as well? He's got an AK, so decent amount of firepower. No West. No West pretty much means a couple of bullets and you're gonna get knocked early. Omega spotted and Psycho. Is he really thinking about taking this fight? Yogesh and Manya didn't really show any signs of aggression there, so he's gonna be able to make it back out safely. Novo is where the action's happening as he block coming out as Rip Destro gets a couple of shots in onto Old Monk. And he's set up behind the container. There nades on the ready. Let's see if he can find his way across with this nade. Nah, moved already far towards the right hand side. Is in fact swimming away, is underwater. And Destro is gonna realize this. He's looking for people in the water there. And there's not too many places Old Monk can go right now. Destro. There you go, he's seen him. I think he's maybe got an angle onto this as Old Monk. Eventually he's gonna use this for cover and I believe Destro is gonna run up. Is he or is he not? Oh, Ignite trades onto Beast, and with that Old Monk is gonna look to move and continue moving here on the right. There you go, he's found him. He finds him in the water and that's the cleanup. This is the thing about getting shot in the water. There's no question of a knock. You get instant flushed. So LTC, they're going to be down a player early. Thugonomics. Got some decent weaponry. Sitting with the barrel and the DP. And he's got his teammate right now up at the houses there on the right hand side. I'm going to jump over to Pochinki. I think Pochinki is seeing some action as well. Beast is already down on the side of UNSF. And that has put them in a passive position. Squad number 11 on the opposite side of the building. They're 4 strong. And I think Illusion has an angle onto Tricky here. He's seen him at the window, but he does not have a shot just yet to take. There you go. He will eventually find an angle onto this. And with that, Frank is down, Tricky is down, Hacky is thinking, oh my god, They're all around him. How is he gonna make his way out of this to try and go for the save? I see a vehicle drive by behind as well with Wolf King. And Hacky's completely surrounded now. He's got nowhere to go. Flank is bleeding out. Tricky is bleeding out. And Hacky, he's not gonna even make a move by the looks of things. He's just sitting there. He's like, you know what? It's not worth it at all. He's just gonna let his teammates go down. And 3 kills picked up by squad number 12 here up at Georgiopol. They do manage to find another. And that's gonna leave Crucifer alone now. He's got a good shot onto Badsha. He's gonna pull the trigger with the AK. And he finds the first knock across. And meanwhile, Hacky does get spotted and taken down there eventually. He finds the 1 knock, but that's pretty much it. So Pochinki is now clear for... which squad was that? Squad number 11 in Wolf. This fight continues though. Badsha should get rezzed up. And Crucifer's taking a small reposition out. He does not have the helmet. It's only a level 1 West. He's not going to get a better opportunity than this. And Ashik is tagged down half HP. Destro is there for cover. Ignite's holding this angle down as well. Crucifer's got nowhere. They're going to pull together and have the trade as well. Ignite doesn't get any easier than that. They triple peek him, and unless squad number 12 made a huge blunder of that spray, there was no way they were going to end up losing that fight. In fact, even losing members. So it's down to the top 14 squads. And look at where the circle's head. The circle's gone all the way to the northwestern part. And almost all the squads are pretty evenly spread out. Let's look at what squads that's currently up at Primosk. It's squad 15 in RZ Refusers. RZ Refuser former win says is Rahil. So there you go, it's got some support. Jeet Whitey, I'm guessing that's a YouTube streamer. You see a lot of people though with the Whitey tag, but potential streamers for the future, never really know. M249 with an 8x going down at hospital. And I already hear a vehicle come by. That's squad 10. That's already waiting under this. 2 players out. That's a lot of good loot. M249, and you have 8x for your sniper as well. So let's see who's picked this up. Zergrush still has the M4, but he's put the 8x on his Kar 98 while his teammate Akash is gonna pick up the M249 as well as the ghillie. So so he's probably picked up another. That is the first drop. Didn't see the ghillie inside that. Maybe I missed it. But there you go, squad 22. I think is gonna take this fight right now. Gabriel on top of the hill. This is up at apartments, and we have a team at school. This usually does not translate into fights unless one of the squads manages to find at least a couple of knocks, because there's just so much cover. Single knock, chances are you're probably rezzed and healed, maybe even have replaced your armor by the time the opponents are able to close that distance down. Squad 13 seems to be heading dangerously close to that school area, but I don't see them fully committing in. Maybe hold up at the hills, clear out both these avenues. I see that two UAZs in the far side. That is squad 13. This Hawkeye have. Hawkeye is sitting with... Oh wow, he's sitting with a UMP and a micro Uzi. Not sure what he's going to achieve long range with those vehicles, with those weapons, but 6x on the M16. I think this has a lot better chances of success. There you go, Gabriel gives a small window of opportunity and Akai instantly tags him down to half HP. And you see that pre-fires through or continue. There's no chance he's peeking back into that now, is he? Squad 23 just about make their way into the zone. Match delay. Yeah, we're running a 5-minute delay on stream to prevent stream snipe, so which is why you're seeing it a tad bit late. Wait, squad 12, 16 are still sitting in Military Island. They're so late to the party right now. They're taking in a lot more damage as well than they probably should have. Og with the AR suppressor is going to be dropping not too far away from where the previous drop went down. So squad 10 might eventually think about making their way here. They did pick up the previous drop as well. Crawlers, a squad to look out for. These guys have been part of ILG for quite some time now. Sangwan and co. Sangwan, CG Pro and Roach. Squad 22. Yeah, they're gonna all get into a single open top UAZ and they're gonna head out of school. And Team 21, they're pretty much following the same pattern as well as they make their way out of school as well, but they've got a couple of vehicles. Akai on his buggy and the rest of the three on a Dacia behind him. Squad number 11 also will on foot probably try and make their way into the zone, but squad 21, they're gonna decide to actually avoid the buildings altogether, because if you're actually, even if you know that there is a squad there and you're driving in hot, chances are if one of the players gets knocked on your entry in, you're just gonna be sitting ducks, and if your vehicle's close to getting exploded as well, you might not even have a window to deboard out of the vehicle and take that fight even Steven. So all things considered, I think that's a good decision. That's pretty much why you see most of these teams not even go anywhere close to buildings as they make their rotate towards the circle. I see a couple of squads heading north though. That is probably cause for concern, because I think the zones is definitely gonna go south. See what squad 19 is up to. They're currently at the southernmost part of that circle, and we're there for a bit of time. I thought they were sitting to gatekeep squad 15, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Squad number 5 and 10 going at it. CG takes a lot of shots from Sovic. Shots being fired at squad number 23. Up on the far side, Sal Wester takes quite a bit of beating, down to about half HP, but Sovik couldn't really find an angle in, and he continues to operate all alone. Is so far ahead of the rest of his team. Akash Prime and Zergrash still behind, and squad 23 is gonna pull up at North George. Crawlers are here as well. 3 squads, all locked at touching distance. I'm guessing they've got decent long-range fighting capabilities as well. I don't see any snipers on Roach, but Pro K98 4X. He spots out Zerg, getting ready for the shot that just goes whizzing above. Will he be given a second opportunity? Oh, Crawl does peek there a wee bit too much and will eventually get punished. Shots coming through, right onto the shoulder. He goes down. Oh, but on the far side, Sal Wester gets knocked out and he's gonna get fully flushed as well. And Badesha is just alone now. They did load in only S2 into the server. That's not the best of positions for Team Atomic to be in. Squad 10 coming through. Zergrash pops the door open. That's textbook perfect. And now there's gonna be a double peek coming through as well. He's not gonna be allowed to make his way out of this. Too little, too late there. That's a perfect breach of the compound. You open the door up slightly, wait for any sort of pre-fires that may be in position, and then you just go steamrolling inside. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now squad number 19. Wait, this squad 15 here, and they get 1 knock, 2 knocks. Not bad at all. Jeez, they just clean out on the squad 19. The entirety of them. They drove in and he gets slaughtered down. Jeet is like, you know what? Thank you so much. I will take that. Let's see a dropout north of Gatka. What is it? It's been quite some time since I don't think we've had an AWM this game. It's gonna be Groza 4X dropping into the hands of Wolf. And squad 10. What's happening here? I see shots fired towards squad number 4. Bridge camp going on. The Sovik is trying to blow up one of the UAZs here. There you go. Sagar is at least safe for now, but the nade could be everything. The heals coming out. Akash is there as well. Sagar tries to jump down. He goes down into the water. Kudan losing a lot of HP. He can't show himself though. He's barely gonna make his way behind this pillar. But now he's stuck here. Sovik's got his senses tingling. He knows there might be someone below here. And for Kunal, this is almost an impossible task. He lost his 3 teammates and he's the last survivor for Black Skulls, and looks like that might just be the end of their journey here in miner number 11. Of course, for the people who are tuning in, how much money will be given to the winner? Well, it's a it's a pretty long road to the finale, but let me just try and brief things for the newcomers here today. This is the initial qualifier games where we have 5 days of qualifiers. We have the initial round played, then we have 8 initial rounds played, then we have the semi-finals and then the finals of the qualifier, which we call a minor in phase 1. The winner of the minor gets 20k INR, the loser gets 5k, and both of them qualify for online playoffs. So there are a total of 16 minors. We are right now in minor number 11. We've finished 10 and we have 6 more to go, including this one, as Destro takes some shots. But yeah, we will have the online playoffs then, where we will have 32 squads battle it out until we arrive with the top 16, and those 16 guys will play the finale in February. The finale will have a prize pool of 6 lakh INR. Squad 12. Ooh, squad number 11 on one side, squad number 20 on the other. There you go, it's them. It's Bacha in some trouble. This is going to turn around. Squad 20, they almost decide to set up shop here. There's only one player alone up on the buggy. And now this vehicle is going to start catching fire soon. There's just way too many squads here. Squad number 21 also firing away. Vehicles catching fire. There are 3 strong inside this. Will they survive? They make their way into containers, but there's more squads here as well. It catches flames. A couple more bullets. They're getting out, and Bacha just barely manages to park that vehicle out. They're gonna be counting their lucky stars there. How on earth do they survive that? I have no idea, but they hold on for dear life. Up towards the eastern corner, we have Snowgots finding one, squad number 13 and squad 16 duking it out. They found one knock on GPro shots, and we have a hit shot on the other side. Currently being gatekeeped by Harshit. Harshit pre-firing across, whiffs a lot of shots, and that's it. Snowgots gonna come through. He's gonna try and get the rest, but the nade! Slam dunk! Shabak! It doesn't really get any more clinical than that. We're gonna move over to squad number 11. What's happening here? They're firing up at squad number 9. It's on top of the hill. Sovik. Squad 10 has also gotten involved. I think they found themselves one knock. And squad 20 up to. Pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. RZ are down 2 players. They're getting shot by crawlers. Crawlers, there you are. There they are. And there's Pro who's taking a couple of shots there. And squad number 11 has just pulled up, and they're going to drive by. They're barely going to be able to evade squad number 9. But how far away are they going? Not too far. They've come charging through. I believe there is a squad above them. Squad number 21. They've all set up here. 2 players in this building. Both are down. And Illusion on the other side. He's already trying to make some noise here. All the players coming through straight into his cross. And the second player, last player, down as well. Squad number 11, their clinical take off these 2 buildings. Meanwhile, Wolf continuing to find some kills there. Crawls getting into a fight as well by the looks of things. Edge of the circle. I see smokes being dropped. They're going up against squad number 20. Code Black. Molotov through the smoke as well. CG has found one, and I think, yeah, there you go. Rackin'. Coach has an angle onto this. Molotov's out. Squad number 15. There's a separate fight being taken by CG here, and he's getting shot from afar. He needs to be careful. Jeet, I don't think can go for the res just yet, and especially with the amount of noise he's hearing right now. But CG loses the duel right there, and that's gonna be pretty tricky as The rest of crawlers are not close by. They're so far away. Pro needs to make his way in. Squad number 12 on the far side is also making their way through, and Pro I think is gonna eventually creep up. He's picked up the vehicle. He's gonna go in for this res attempt, but Pro's getting shot at. He's gonna have to attempt this up against CG regardless. His teammate is down. Bacha and others not really committing to this though. And BSG, two players, they pull out, and Ascent gets taken down. Ibiza up ahead. His vehicle's caught fire as well. He's gonna have to pit stop away at the warehouse, but Squad 11 has pushed inside. Ibiza's alone and pounded down. Cremated right outside the warehouse. And Roach got an angle onto Bacha. Is gonna land a couple of shots as well. 9 more squads inside the zone. Insane's gonna lose one of the players in to Daniel, and he gets traded across. M4 on point, but his teammates getting flushed from afar. I think that's Prime. Gonna try and take him down. Do they have any sort of utility? Are they just gonna open up the doors? They're gonna be able to bring him in. Wolf God. I think they were under some serious pressure as well from squad. I'm not sure which squad. I think is that squad 5 on top of the hill. In fact, it is. They've lost Roach, but CG and Pro are making the push. Go to squad 22. Is that a squad above or below them? I believe there's one below them, right? Yeah, there's in fact squad 9, one player from Tiaka who's here. And shots on top of the hill as Doctor Killing Agent desperately trying to get into the circle there with that buggy. He's gonna get cut in half on his way in. I mean, across Sangwan. He's gonna find a kill as well. They're still outside the zone though. And I think they're gonna... I think that's Sangwan running across to try and loot this up. His west is pretty much in pieces though. It's a hospital zone. So there's quite a bit of buildings in play as well. Squad 11 all driving by squad number 5 right now. It's just too strong though. And Hammer's gonna be able to safely make his way through. They're taking a lot of blue zone damage on their way in. Our Wolf. Sangwan's made his way in as well. Sabak continues to fight away. Arch Razel goes down. He's firing in up from inside the building. Crawlers do manage to slowly sneak inside. Sabak still there. Tiaka Manya OP gets John inside. Completely unaware, and he spots out the gun from Shabak as well. He's got the angle, but is he going? Is he actually going to decide to nade this? There you go. Nade, is it good? He's already readjusted across though. And CG is inside the building. We have 6 more squads still alive in the server. 13 players to be precise. 2Es has set up below. They're the ones inside the next zone. So all the players who are currently up at hospital need to make their way out. Razel. Look at him. Someone's gatekeeping that. He's watching his teammates back. Razel goes for a very risky play and it doesn't really pay off. And with that top 5 situation, Tiaka is alone, Shabak is alone, Arch lose 1, and 2Es 4 are sitting with 3 as well. And there you go, Crawlers, they drive up to 2Es 4 and Sangwan's down. It's all down to CG. CG's alone, 3 fires across and there it is, Crawlers are down. Why they decide to move away. They thought, okay, maybe there's a window here, we're gonna be able to safely make their way in, but Arch is down and Tiaka has not got too many options either. He's just sitting inside and letting the fight go outside as Azrael gets taken down. Gabriel's down as well inside the smoke. 2-4, just too easy. And it's just Tiaka Mania OP who's healing up inside of hospital. How long is he going to keep this going? Not too long. There you go. It's just going to go down. And 2-4 take the win and qualify for the semi-finals on Wednesday. And in a convincing fashion as well. 15 kills. Tiaka with 5 kills in second position. I see 7 kills onto Arch for third. And 3 kills for Jon Snow, Game of Thrones and co. I think that should be enough to leapfrog them above Crawlers. Crawlers finish up on 5 kills on 5th. So it's going to be very neck and neck when it comes to that final scorecard. I just can't wait. I see Wolf. Hold on. Wolf is sitting on... Yeah, so Wolf is sitting on... What was it? 7, 8, 9, 10 kills in 7th position. I think they're just going to leapfrog all these guys and fight up with Crawlers and Jon Snow and team for that final qualification spot. So don't worry, you guys, just stick around. We'll be back with the final scorecard, and then we will jump into Group D, the final qualifier game for day 1 of minor number 11.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. You to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't you rise, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think just want you to myself.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look.
But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. Oh, gotta know, gotta
It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile Minor number 11. We have Group D match on its way. The flight path is pretty much west to east, northern oriented route. And this is gonna mean a lot of teams heading towards Georgia Pole. Razok, Pochinki, Yasnaya, Shelter Mansion, Lipovka is also been a place some of the squads have been interested in previously. I've seen minors where there's sometimes 3 squads at Lipovka, but look at that clutter up at the drop. I have Clown already finding an opener as well. Giorgio Pole is gonna be an absolute bloodbath. They've got the first knock in, and squad 17 is getting pushed. Churi far ahead, first man knocked. His teammates are coming in for cover. There's shot in fact across the street, and Clown's gonna look to keep pushing. So we have 4 qualifier games today, 4 qualifier games tomorrow, and Wednesday will be the semi-finals, and finals up on Thursday. As we go, Clown gonna find some cover. Is he gonna move through the building behind? Yes, he will. They've already got the res. Is looking for maybe a small window of opportunity where he can find the flush out, but all these windows are shut, sealed. So Clown's not gonna find an opportunity to get that immediate flush out, and looks like he's just gonna continue hunting this. So there you go. He sees an opening. He does have now teammates coming in for backup as well, and squad number 17 is just 2 players here. That is it. And they have no heals onto Churi right now, who is sitting at, I think, close to 5 HP. There's one player straight up behind this door, and there's Churi. Churi's come up, and Clown manages to get the res out. He manages to get the first flush through, and where is his teammates? There's one player inside, and the trade comes across. They will flush both players out. Nicely done. Clown does go down, but backup ensures that he does not really get fully flushed out. And look at the zone. It's gonna be a main island zone. Let's see a few vehicles driving. Currently very close to each other, squad 23 and squad number 20, but initially I thought it might just be a battle for the bridge right there, but with the current zone position, I think that's not an option most of these teams are gonna be too keen to take. They want to stay on the main island itself. And that South George Hospital area still has, I think, 3 squads in total. Squads 7, 15 and 10. Squad number 13 has pulled up. Squad 20 is driving by. Waibu, oh, Hyper just gets out and he gets taken down. Waibu's just going to continue pushing this. He wants the flush out. There's teammates close by from squad number 20, and he's going to fall back. Had a window there. He's going to get taken down. There's a pretty huge window for him to pick up that kill. Instead, he's the one who gets knocked. And look at Ankit. Bird's eye view is going to clean up onto Hyper. It was just 2 players from squad 13. He's gonna have to make his way across to try and reach Waivu. And now that squad 20, they've got one of their players thirsted. They're gonna be looking for some blood as well. Let's see if Ankit can make his way across. Lev is already there, and I'm pretty sure this information is already given away by Waivu. Smoke's gonna allow Venom to cross the street as well. And there you go. One of the players out in the open. Waivu gets cleaned. Ankit Nah. Decides to run back and he's just gonna get shot in the back. I think his best opportunity there was to take that fight. Instead, he tries to take the safe route out, maybe survive for as long as he can and try and get to that top 4 position to qualify for the semi-finals on Wednesday. But as soon as he turns and starts running, that's the audio cue given. Okay, let's see where the action's happening and see the clutter around Georgia Pool has spread out a lot better now. Two squads very close up at Yasnaya, squad 22 and 5, that is Invasion 7 as well as War Spartans officials. Let's see if INV actually make their way towards the other side of Yasnaya there. Sure, red zone. Red zone's all the way up at Milta Power. They're all alone. They've got decent amount of time to work with as well. Oh, K98 as we make the switch across. And he's not gonna pick it. He's gonna hang on to the M16 and the VSS. See what Race Champ is up to. Squad number 7, they're pretty much center circle right now. Oh, we have the audio glitch coming across, so. Squad number 7, probably a squad you don't want to jump to. Squad number 20. Squad number 22 rather, slowly creeping up to War Spartans officials. And by the looks of things, I think they kind of have an inkling that there may be someone close by. See Reaper FTW taking in some TPP. While Squad 5, they're not going to angle around Yasnaya too long. It's the vehicle picked up, and that's a ride all the way south to get into the zone. Squad 22, having just seen Squad 5 head out, I think it's time for them as well to probably pick up the vehicles and make their way into the zone. I see a drop coming down at Gatka. Let's see what's inside. M2498X. We already saw this drop not too long ago. Yeah, I think it was in the previous map as well. It did drop very close to. I'm not sure who that was. Yeah, I can't really recall which squad picked up that drop, but yeah, we did see an exact same on the last time. Last time there was a ghillie suit as well, which we missed. Oh, there it is. I mean, this time I gotta get it. There it is. The hidden ghillie suit. So many items, damn. squad number 16 in Void. They're right now. The circle. Actually, let's look over to squad number 23. Backs against the water. They're pretty much at the beach right now. And squad number 20. Are they bridge camping? I believe they are. Yeah, they're keeping tabs on 23's movements right now. Let's see if there's a chase on the cards. '23 is long gone into the circle though. I'm gonna keep my eyes on a line, as we do have, I think, one squad driving by. This guy is alone right now. Churi and Dark are down. So he's gonna be playing pretty passive as squad number 9 drive by, not too far away from his location, but I don't see them going all the way to the edge of the line of water there. Alright, the circle does shift a little bit towards the southern side. So squad 23 and 16 might just eventually take this fight up at the bridge. Frag is still on the bridge while 3 of his teammates are on the other side. Austin holding from above. And this is going to be a tricky route back. There go last ops in the open. He does cop a fair bit of damage there. DP4X. And Destro is gonna pull the vehicle all the way back. And they're actually gonna drive up. They're going in rip squad Rahul. First line of action, Destro's here as well, but they're getting shot from behind. Rahul's down as well. Lucifer finds 2, and that's going to be Hitman and team going for the flush out. Austin from behind will trade both players down, and he might be able to get the res off onto Destro here. Squad number 16, it's all down to Lucifer. Lucifer needs to make his way in, but I think he's slowly but surely losing out on that window. Austin steps out, and yeah, there you see the flush out onto one of the players. He's got decent cover. Lucifer coming through. He's knocked as well. And this is it. This might be curtains. Last hopes at the edge. Frag's alone. And there you have. Gold Blade has pushed up. And Frag is just a matter of time here. He's been spotted. He should get taken down. He's moved up behind the Dacia for cover. He's gonna sit inside the Dacia and try and drive away. Well, a rip attempt. And now GTR. A couple of taps across. Ooh, there's a drop coming down straight onto squad number 23. It's at the bridge. It's a EUG with attack stock. What else? It has a ghillie suit as well. Already 2 ghillie suits in play here, this map. I see INV Reaper. Oh, there's a fight happening. Squad number 22 and squad number 6 going at it. And there's just the one player now on top of the hill. I don't see that materializing into a fight anytime soon. Squad 20 though pulling up at the warehouse. Squad 7. Squad 7. Yeah, there's squad 7. They spread out on top of the hill, aren't they? Yeah, they're pretty much in the open. Squad number 7, there you go. Squad 23 is gonna get chased. Squad 23, are they actually gonna just sit up on top of the hill and maybe take a few shots at these guys? Nah. They're gonna be mirroring their rotation through the circle. And in fact, squad number 7 is straight up behind them. Ashwin's right behind Austin. And the amount of vehicles that squad 7 in fact was moving out with 4 vehicles. Each player an individual vehicle. So they've pulled up. Oh, there's already a squad inside. Is that squad 23 that is set up here? Now this is squad 11 Infernos here. And there's Mephisto, who's managed to find the first knock in. Molotov across. Should get some job done. Inferno's down is downed. Rusty guns outside. Kunal's in position. And squad number 7 in a lot of trouble. Smokes are dropped. We have the push coming through from Jigsaw. Kunal's on the other side as well. Jigsaw finds an angle there. He's refiring across, but he's not going to win the first fight. He's down and inside Kunal. He's trying to punch the player out. It's 1 HP in the corner and he can't find that single bullet through. He needed just the one bullet and he's not going to be able to find it. And that is squad number 11 down. Looked like Inferno was going to be the ones winning that fight, but instead it's 4 kills going the way of GTR and they hold on for dear life. Squad 22. Shady squad 7 is just here. Ashwin just got off a big fight and oh, he's going to fight Shady as well. He's down and now INV know something's up. They know there are players around, but they have no idea of the fact that it is only 2. Smokes deployed. And Shady should get rezzed up. Ashwin and Ray's champ not in any hurry to make this push across. They know they do have the numbers disadvantage despite finding the initial knock. See what agent is up to. Hold on. These guys are at the drop, aren't they? Oh, and they ain't able to switch. Ooh, server timed out. What? Hold on, let me reconnect back into this game. I think I might have lagged out. We'll take a quick break as I just quickly reconnect back into the server. Don't go anywhere, guys. Alright, I'm back in. So looks like I did time out there for a second. No problem. I'm back inside in squad number 7. I see some more shots fired here. And Ashwin has managed to find himself another knock. Shady's down again. And I think he's still not touched him. He's gonna bleed out. That's a big mistake. With there being so much cover, Shady. It doesn't touch him in the nick of time. There's just no excuses for that. Absolutely none whatsoever. And we're going to see Dragonibs. Where's this happening? Dragonibs. Ooh, all outside. I think that's probably quite possibly a fight happening there. But don't tell me. Wait a second. I think my PC just hung. Hold on a second. Let's figure out what's happening with this. I'm entering the match again. Sorry about that, guys. It's actually a little buggy. Not sure if the servers were super hot or what. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight back in. Hopefully we haven't really missed too much of the action. Race Champ and his teammate were 2v4 here. But as of now, there you go. Finally, nades across. One of them connects in onto Ashwin. INV never gonna make the push. They're just more than happy just chilling there. Let's move over and look at Agent. These guys are pretty much inside the zone right now. Squad number 24 has grown up. And there's the fight right there. Agent Clown gets knocked. He's so far away from the rest of his team. But CJ responds back in kind. A couple of bullets coming in his way. And Leon as well as Honey have also moved into position. Now that's 2 players knocked. Nade across. Is he gonna connect? Well, 3 players down and Atlas is alone now. He's got no option but to take this fight now. What's he gonna do? First aid? Yeah, he has just about time to pop that first aid, but this is done. CJ is pushing up. And there's the cleanup. They get the full cleanup inside, and meanwhile CLX is taking a fight themselves. I see a few vehicles pulling up. Tito. Where's Tito taking shots from? He's taking shots from Agent. I'm guessing they've got an angle onto them above. And here's the line. Just pulls up, cleans up onto two. There are two players knocked down here. He says, you know what, I will take both of you. Thank you very much. And he's gonna settle himself up here, blows up the UAZ. As easy as it gets. They just drove in and it's like, you know what, this is my spot. Sheldon style. And squad 5. They just do a drive-by. Squad 10 and MD. Almost ends up dead. He will have to leave his teammate behind though. Who does get cleaned by Lucifer. Agent continues to keep fighting here. I think they've got their eyes fixed onto CLX. Meanwhile, squad number 20, there's smokes down as the rest comes out onto Venom. There's a push across from squad number 18 from below, not too far away from their current positions. CLX, meanwhile, also taking up a fight. They need to be careful of Agent above them. Agent can easily third party into this. Another vehicle just drives by. And that's Alpha, but Agent's got them pinned. INV just pull up. Completely torn apart from that right. They just drive past 3 squads. And Reaper's gonna get flushed. Align says, you know what? Keep bringing them in one by one. I'll keep finding kills. And CJ. Now playing edge of the zone right now, and they're just gatekeeping so many squads below them. There's squad number 7, squad number 10, squad number 17. They've got a few angles to worry about. And yeah, they're gonna pick up the UAZ. He's got a little bit of distance to cover before they do make it into the zone. And there you go. They've pretty much pulled up at the absolute edge. Crown's going for the flank though. Looks like he still is not done with squad number 7 just yet. They're too strong. And he hears the shots from below. They're gonna salvage as many vehicles as they can out of this. And I understand this. I think if the zone pushes even further onto the other side of the hill, they will need those vehicles to safely maneuver their way through. Making that on foot is going to be almost impossible, and Align has just pulled up. Where is he going? He's at the edge. He's probably going to have to blow up this Dacia right now. And Venom does get knocked on the far side. And RZ loses 2, and there's one player with 1 HP there at the end. Third person gets knocked as well. Dragon Ebbs is alone as he continues charging through. Just barely makes it into the zone. Raised Champ though will be able to clean up from below, but he's getting shot from the side as well. Squad number 20, Lev, survives through at the end, and he cleans up on all the way down to just top 4 squads. Leaving it a tad bit too late. Server timed out for me too. Yeah, not really sure what happened there, but untaken Whitey. We have top 3 squads. Hamps is low. We have I think one of the players getting rezzed up. Yeah, Heller was down. And then there is Lev. Lev is alone right now. He's got a Dacia to work with as well. So 1v3 v3. And Lev, there you go. He's got to find a knockout. How many more can he find though? He needs 2 more. 6 kills. And yeah, he gets spotted and he needs to blow up this Dacia now. But having stood up, he's left himself exposed onto the side. Quick 3 fires across. Lev needs to keep firing and at the end, there you go. He gets the full clean up as SG Destro. In fact, finding the kills from above. I thought for a second that was Lev. Yeah, Lev found one and he blows up the vehicle for the finish. Anticlimactic, but it does get the job done as SG 9 kills, chicken dinner. Lev there, strong showing at the end, 7 kills. 10 kills onto CLX, gonna seal their third position, and I think with 7 kills, GTR is just gonna take that position above Dark, Churi and Align and qualify with that final slot. I see 7 kills onto Agent. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough to pull them up. We'll have to wait for that scorecard and see how things pan out here in Group D. Big shout out to all the sponsors. Title sponsor Alienware, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors Next Time Multimedia and Kaspersky. GP partner Galax. Engineering partner Monster Energy. I'm Shoaib Slayer. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button. We will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. with the 4 more remaining qualifier games. Until then, goodbye and good night.
want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break.